What is up, my Lorcana Goons? Welcome to the Friday Market Watch. It is November 24th. Today is Black Friday, and I hope you guys had an awesome holiday week. I hope you guys have some time to spend with your families and some extra time to play Lorcana and talk about Lorcana stuff today. So let's get into this Market Watch. But before I say that, I do want to say like, comment, and subscribe, please, to Lorcana Goons, because there's like 77% of you guys that aren't subscribed that watch our videos, and that's a lot of percentages. That's better than most of my college grades. So you guys are doing good, but I want to see those percentages a little lower in my opinion. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you are a Lorcana Goon. Join our Discord, talk about Lorcana Goon stuff. But let's check out these prices now that Rise of the Floodborn is no longer the new kid on the block. We are about a week in from Rise of the Floodborn being introduced to our community, and we can see some pricing differences due to the metagame popularity, and we will get into that. But first, let's check out these booster box prices, because you want to be able to buy a booster box so you can open as many packs as possible. Right now, the booster box market price is still going to be less than 300, but we're getting really close to that $300 mark. Now it's looking like it's going to be closer to about 385 for the lowest listings verified. There are some other interesting things happening with the sealed product market. The first chapter troves have been going up in market price. These are selling for a little higher than 180, almost close to how it was when the first chapter was like super hard to find. And now we're seeing that they didn't really reprint that many troves, I guess. So the trove pricing is going up. They're about gonna be $200, at least if you're gonna want to buy it like today. Right now from TCG Player, the lowest verifier is gonna have it for at least $200. So we're also going to look at the Winnie the Pooh playmat today. The Winnie the Pooh playmat is one of the new playmats you get in the Rise of the Floodborn. I was fortunate enough to get one, but these are so hard to find. I didn't get any of the playmats from the first chapter, and it just seems like the Winnie the Pooh mat is even more of a star in the format right now, and with the sealed product. A lot of people really want the Winnie the Pooh playmat. I want to see if I can get an extra one somehow, but man, look at these prices. Some of them have been selling for $71, and the lowest listings are going to be all within like 73, 7 in the 70s. Wow, that's kind of wild. I knew the Honey Wizard playmat was going to be really popular, but I didn't expect this type of price, because the Maleficent playmat I feel was selling for like $60 maybe, and I feel like now the Maleficent playmat as well, those that really didn't get reprinted, or we haven't seen like second waves of that product. So these prices are getting pretty high for these playmats. The Honey Wizard mat being really cool, obviously. But let's get into some Enchanted news. Hades, King of Olympus Enchanted Rare is less than $100, and last time we looked at it, there was only one listing that was at $98. But over the last couple days during this week, we've seen multiple sales go down within that $90 mark. So more like 92, less than 95, but still we've seen a big difference in the amount of sales that are happening on this less than $100 Enchanted Rare. So hey man, some people did say this from the very beginning of Lorcana. Watch, when the reprints come in, these Enchanted Rares are all going to be less than $100, and Hades is the first one. So very interesting to see. So we'll see if all the other ones follow with that trend, right? Alice Growing Girl is going to be a pretty cool Enchanted Rare. Enchanted Rare from Rise of the Floodborn there. You're going to want to pull. I want to say it's the second most expensive, with a couple sales happening today in that $230 range, and the lowest listing now is going to be from Prophecy Gaming Co. $240 with shipping included for the Alice Growing Girl Enchanted. And I want to say that's the second most expensive Enchanted Rare in the Rise of the Floodborn, with Cinderella Ballroom Sensation being the first. This has peaked over that little $300 hill, and now we've got a couple sales that have been happening within that $300 range. Good to see, good to see. Looks like some people got paid today, because we got two sales from today. We skipped yesterday. Nobody wanted to buy anything on Thanksgiving. Nobody wanted to buy Cinderella on Thanksgiving, but it looks like maybe we all had a little bit too much to eat, right? Or maybe even a cup of wine extra or two, because there's two sales this morning on that $300 mark. So there you go. Cinderella Enchanted, $309 by Ultimate Card Guys, right here listed. Shout out to you guys. This is the chase card for the set, I would say, outside of some of the crazy rares that we've been seeing. But this is the best Enchanted. Obviously, it's the most impactful in the meta from the rest of the Enchanted in my opinion, and Cinderella is just an icon, a fan favorite. I personally wish they would have gone with a stout-hearted Cinderella Enchanted rare. That would have been super cool. I would have loved to see an Enchanted in that kind of art, in that kind of like Floodborn Cinderella style. But this is also pretty awesome. You know, can't say this is a bad Enchanted at all. But let's get into some legendaries in the set, because obviously not all of us want to play with these Enchanted rares in our deck. You know, I really got to be able to make a meta deck. I can't buy 4 Enchanted Cinderellas when I don't even have 2 Beast Tragic Heroes yet for my Amber Steel deck, which I kind of want to play. This card is really good. The lowest verified listing for the Beast Tragic Hero, aka Sad Boy Beast, is going to be 39.87 from Prophecy Gaming Co. Shout out you guys again. Not to say that these guys don't have it for less. You know, if you do want a discount, you can go by some unverified sellers and, you know, get a discount right there, because this person has 2 of them listed for $37.51 with $1 shipping. So you get a little discount right there if you want your Tragic Hero Beast. This card making an impact in the meta. It's played in Amber Steel decks, it's played in Emerald Steel decks, and it's a way for you to draw cards in Lorcana. And if we've learned anything from Surfer Stitch and Rapunzel, it's that drawing cards and legendary are 2 very good characteristics to have in your name if you are a card on the market, right? Scar Vicious Cheater is another legendary that is going up in price. This one's pretty cool. Last week it was selling for less than $20, and I feel like we've been seeing a lot more people play Ruby variants in the meta. You know, obviously we've seen the Ruby Sapphire deck make huge waves over the week, and people are also adding this Scar into the Ruby Sapphire, the Ruby Amethyst decks they've already been playing, right? So Scar Vicious Cheater has been going up in price. A couple days ago they were selling for less than 20. I want to say a lot on Monday when we did the last market watch, they were barely hitting that $20 mark, and today these are going to be selling for $24.99, so $25 now for these Scar Vicious Cheater. You know, this is going to be by Phoenix Fab, near mint, shipping included. Shout out you guys. And then the next verified after that is Laughing Dragon with $26.63. So it's getting pretty competitive. It's getting pretty real out here for the Scar Vicious Cheater. I mean, it looks like it's going up to 30s in my opinion. And then we have some foil. The foils are in the 35 range though, so the foils are still pretty low if you want to foil out your deck. The Scar Vicious Cheater foil, pretty comparable to the non-foil price. So hint right there, guys. Madam Mint Purple Dragon has been going up in price too. This was less than $20 on the release, and it was less than $20 over the week while everyone was building decks. And it seems like maybe this card is a little bit more playable than we thought, right? You can really combo it off in the late game with your Ruby Amethyst deck if you're playing the Merlin engine. But look at this. On the 20th, they were all selling for less than $20. 16, 17, 17, 25. That's pretty cool, man. Today, you are going to be paying a little bit more. Lowest verified being Cron News Go. Shout out you guys for having this low price of $21.25 with $1 shipping. So around that $21 range for the Madam Mint Purple Dragon Legendary. You know, it's not a big difference paying $17.21, right? But, you know, every penny counts for me. Every dollar counts for me when I'm buying Lorcana, because I got to do some smart shopping. I want to play as many decks as possible, and if I can make my dollar spread as much as I can, hey, I'm going to do that. Bell Hidden Archer. This card's been going up and down. You know, it was in the 30s, it was in the 40s, and then it was in the 30s, and then it was in the 40s again, and now it's back down to the 30s. The lowest verified listing is going to be $37.56 by 413 MTG. Shout out you guys. But there's plenty of listings that are non-verified if you want just like a slight discount with some of these people who have $36 with $1 shipping. Yeah, this card's been going down in price. It doesn't see a lot of playability in the meta, even in the discard engine. I mean, I've been saying it. I don't like this card. I don't think this card's that good. I don't think this card needed to be a legendary. Yeah, discarding your opponent's hand is wild, but I also you just play around it. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's impossible to play around though, and they do get you. But it is an uninkable 5-ink character, and that makes it so you can't play other uninkable 5-ink characters. So Bell Hidden Archer, not my favorite character. It makes sense why it's less than $40 today and not in that $40 range. Beast Relentless, I'm surprised this guy went down a little bit. He was in that $35 range last we checked on Monday, and now we can find the lowest verified seller at $32. So still close to $35, but it just seems like there's a lot more listings going on with this card, right? We also have some Chapter 1 legendaries that are moving back up in price a little bit. Maleficent Monstrous Dragon. These, as you remember, were going down in price, obviously because of the reprints, and then people were definitely shifting to playing Chapter 2 cards, so everyone kind of forgot about the Chapter 1 cards, and a lot of the Chapter 1 cards were selling for less than $25. The legendaries, they were selling for, you know, closer to like 20. Everything was really, really low over the last weekend. As you can see on the 20th, a lot of them were selling for like 24, 22, 23, pretty interesting. 23, there we go. And today the lowest verified seller for the Monstrous Dragon is going to be 34. So $34, no longer in those $20 ranges, guys. Maleficent Monstrous Dragon is going to be in the 30s again. Congratulations, a card that was going to stand the test of time. This card's good in every format. No, obviously this card was going to stay in the 30s. You know, it was just a matter of time before people realized, oh, what deck I want to play. And yeah, obviously you want to play a control deck if you're still playing the control deck, you know, or if you want to switch it up. I just think in general, like this card is always going to be like a power card in any format. You just read the card, it banishes any character. You know, it's never bad. I think this card's impossible to power creep right now, at least in you know, for the first wave over Lorcana, at least until maybe set 4. We'll see what happens in set 4, right? Another legendary that is always fun to talk about, Rapunzel, gifted with healing. Hey, this card draws cards in Lorcana. I'm telling you guys, whenever you read a card that says draw cards in Lorcana, it's just really consider it. Like, really, it's gonna be probably more than likely a great card, and there's probably gonna be a way to use and abuse it, especially if it's a legendary or something, right? Like Rapunzel. So Rapunzel, amazing card in last format, great card this format because you're gonna be playing an Amber Steel, right? These were hitting as low as $50-ish, maybe even less than $50 in some cases last week. You know, with all those reprints and all the Chapter 2 hype, and now if you weren't buying them, you're gonna be paying a little bit more. They're closer to that $60 range again. We have buy it now games with a lowest verified listing of $58.98. So after that, the next person is also going to have it at $58.99. So $59, basically $60 for this legendary again. It never went that low. It never went like less than 50, like extraordinarily less than $50. It was always around that $50 range, but the $10 difference is enough for me to you know, to warrant hey, I should have got my 4th Rapunzel. So that's just me thinking out loud right there, right? Hades Infernal Schemer back at $25+. We're gonna have a lowest verified listing of $27.95 by Zero TCG. That's Zero with an X, by the way. Very cool name. So $28 for a legendary Hades Infernal Schemer. This is a really good card, very good in Sapphire, and as you guys know, Sapphire has gotten a really good bump this format. So there's no reason why Hades should stay, you know, within this like low range. Remember last format there was even like not that many Hades going around. There was like it was almost like a scarcity, a Hades drought. The Hades were getting pretty expensive, and the cold foil Hades seems to have dropped too. These were selling for like $50, and now you can find the lowest verified cold foil Hades for $40. That's pretty cool in my opinion. Might look into that myself. We have some super rares. Cheshire Cat went down a little bit in price. These were a little bit valued. These are valued closer to like $9-ish, $10, and today you can find the lowest verified seller, Card Fairy, for $6.91 with $1 shipping. Shout out you guys for that low price. And there's plenty of other people listing it that aren't verified, and you can get it at a discount if you want to pay just a little bit less than going through a verified seller if you want to do that yourself. Yzma, Scary Beyond All Reason. This card was about $4 or $5 on Monday. Boom, look at this. This is gonna be $8.50 lowest verified, sorry, $8.35 lowest verified. Prophecy Gaming Co. Hey, shout out Prophecy Gaming Co. They are dominating with these low prices. Obviously the card went up in price, but they're still the lowest verified, and they got 11 of them. So if you want to save a penny, just buy them all from this guy, from these people. So shout out you guys, pretty cool. Yzma, Scary Beyond All Reason. This card is really good in Amethyst control decks. I think it was slept on. It's just as good as one of our next cards, Lady Tremaine, the Imperious Queen. Both of them have similar effects that are removal based. The Yzma, you get to pick a character from either side of the board, shuffle it into the deck, and the owner of that character gets to draw cards. So you can use it to benefit yourself, or you can use it to make your opponent minus, right? And then Lady Tremaine is another removal effect where when you play the character, each opponent chooses and banishes one of their characters. Really good in multiplayer. People seem to just ignore that part, that it says each opponent. So this card is actually insane if we ever have a multiplayer league, you know what I mean? But that, just aside from that, the card's really good. A lot of times you can manipulate the board in Ruby to leave them with only one character. So when you play this card, they have no option. They have to banish that one character. So it's almost as good as an early Maleficent Dragon. Maleficent Dragon being a 9-cost character, you know, Lady Tremaine being a 6-cost character. Very big difference. Very good on mana efficiency if you can kind of pull those combos off. And because of that, though, this went from like a $5 super, and so did Yzma. And Yzma's almost $10, but Lady Tremaine is $12 almost now. It's going to be $10.99 by Phoenix Fab. And then if we go through the seller that has more than 1,000 sales, we have Round 1 Drop Gaming, near mint for $11.99. He got 2 of them. Oh, look, Prophecy Gaming Co. again, they got 13 of them. 13 of them, and listed at $12. So it's a $12 super. That's pretty cool, man. More than $10. I didn't expect it to be more than $10 like that quick, but wow, yeah, Lady Tremaine. Love to see it. Love to see it. I got mine early. I love that I got got mine early because I read the card and I was like, I'm gonna play this in my Ruby deck. Cinderella Stouthearted is another great super rare in the Rise of the Floodborn set. If you're pulling this card, make sure you keep it nice and dandy. Put it in a sleeve. Take care of it. It's so nice. It's a great card. Gonna break the format. I'm telling you. Biggest tournament that we have coming up. You're always going to see this card. $25 is going to be the lowest verified. That seems to be the consistent price that I've seen throughout the week. I just wanted to point it out again because this is kind of like the Tinkerbell of the set. It's going to be one of the most expensive super rares, if not the most expensive super rare. Tamatoa, a super rare coming back from the first chapter, making some appearances with his so shiny item capabilities in the new format, right? You can combo this card off with everybody's favorite Flavor Sham Popsicle combo in the late game when you're playing Ruby Sapphire. This card just ends up dominating. I've dropped Tamatoa after Tamatoa after Tamatoa, and you just recycle all your items. God, it's so fun to say Tamatoa. Love this card. I'm so excited this card is meta. Can you see my excitement? Can you tell that I liked Moana as a movie? It's a very good movie. Tamatoa, the foil, is going to be $10.99 for the foils. That's always good to see because it's a super rare that was kind of like lacking. People just didn't expect it to make a wave at all. So now that it's back, now that it's in the format outside of being a part of that like aerial deck, it's cool to see that it's at least more than $1 super rare. So it's going to be $3.45 by lowest verified right here with Refined Gaming LLC. So shout out you guys. Pretty awesome. Tinkerbell Giant Fairy, super rare from the first chapter, is also going up in price a little bit. This is back at $15. Just wanted to mention that because these were less than $15, and I do believe that you should be valuing them at $15. Zero TCG, shout out you guys. You got 3 of them. Level Up Games MTL, they're also at $15, $14.98, and they have 16 of them. So again, you want to save a pretty penny, you need to buy your playset of Tinkerbell Giant Fairies for your Steel decks, because Steel Emerald plays this card and it plays it really well. Amber Steel still plays this card and they play it really well. You might want to get them before they go back up. I don't know. It doesn't look like there's many first chapter more reprints coming anytime soon until January. Prince John, everybody's favorite rare. And by the way, somebody said that last video the Prince John buyout wasn't really a buyout. Something about, oh, the price has to be manipulated for the buyers. I'm sorry, but when a card triples in price from Monday to Friday, it's because of a buyout. You know what I mean? This card was $7. This card was less than $10. It was around that $6 range. And right now you can see it. You can see it on the screen. There's people buying them today for $21.99. There's 3 sales, 4 sales, 5 yesterday, today. $21 for this rare. Extremely powerful because you need it in the discard engine. It's the whole discard engine. It's Prince John. If you don't have Prince John, your discard engine is just not doing it, right? But check this out. On the 20th, they were $10. And if we keep going to the sales from that weekend, $8, $4. Holy heck. You know what I mean? $9, $8. This is almost going to be tripled in price. It's a $22 rare. If you're paying taxes and shipping fees or whatever after your TCG order, you're going to be paying close to $25 for this one card alone. 8 times 3 is 24. This card has tripled in price since Monday to Friday, and you're gonna tell me that wasn't because of buyouts? Of course it was because of buyouts. And realistically, this card is really good, but I just feel like maybe wait for December 1st for just this card. Cusco, we saw with a lot of hype as well. Lilo, we saw with a lot of help as well. Cinderella Ballroom Sensation carries a lot of hype as well. And it just depends if you need this card ASAP. If you got some big tournaments coming up and you got to pull the trigger and buy these cards right now, then you do that. But also take into consideration how long it might take for some of these cards to come in the mail if you order them from TCG Player, because sometimes they take a week. The TCG Player actually leaves a message that says expect your package to arrive within 12 to 15 days. They don't really expect you to care unless it's 2 weeks after, and in 2 weeks we're gonna see December 1st hit the shelves. Now I'm not saying there's gonna be all this product available and you're gonna be able to go down to your local Target or haberdashery or whatever and find some Lorcana packs on the counter. No, it's going to be like last format. It's going to be hard to get, but there's going to be more cards in circulation. So that means the prices are going to naturally go down a little bit. So maybe Prince John might not be a $22 rare by the weekend of December 1st. December 1st. You know what I'm saying? All in all though, Prince John, crazy card. Obviously needed in the discard engine. It's funny because, can you believe this? The non-foils are listed at $21.99 and they're selling at $21.99, and the foils are only $30. That's $8 more, guys. You know what this means? wait a little bit. You know, it's not the real price. You know, it's way too close. When the prices are way too close, there's something wrong. Or maybe just the foils haven't gone up yet. Maybe you should just hold on to your foils. Teeth and Ambitions. Another card I want to talk about. Great card, don't get me wrong. Is it worth $18? This card also experiencing very quick listing price jumps and just an immense amount of sales over the week. This card was about $5 to $6 on Monday when we checked it, and it's just been going up. And today it's going to be at $18 with 99-cent shipping by Tyler's TCG. Shout out you guys. Are you keeping up with these prices? Hey man, I feel it. You have to keep up with these prices. Look at this. Look at this. If we go all the way down past yesterday, even on the 22nd, $5, $8, $9, $5, $6. These are all selling for less than $8 a pop. It's crazy. And today you're gonna find them for $10 more than that. You're paying a premium now if you want to play new Ruby cards. Maybe we should have been collecting these and hoarding these or trading for these. I should have gone to locals more to find these. Even the foils. There's 14 listings for the foils. Man, you should have seen this yesterday. Yesterday, the lowest at one point, the lowest verified seller foil was $50. Nobody was buying it though. Thankfully, nobody bought that. But people were listing it at like $40 and stuff. So we do have the lowest verified though for $24.70. It's crazy. The non-foil right here sold for $19. The foil right here $24. Only $5 more, right? I don't know, man. Take that with a grain of salt. You guys do what you want with that information. I like it. I want to trade for some foil cards today if I go to locals. World's Greatest Criminal Mind, amazing rare in the set. Really good in Amber, helps you out the opposing Cinderella in the Amber mirror match and helps you get rid of those pesky Tamatoas and Maleficent Monsters, Dragons, and big bodies. Pretty cool card to see that it's going to be hitting that $7.50 mark. Almost $10, but not really a $10 rare. Don't think it's going to be a $10 rare either. We have Ronin TCG with 7 of them listed for $7.43 shipping included. Hey guys, check out some of these sellers. When sellers have more than one copy listed of a card, it always makes me like smile because I'm like, ah yes, I get to save money. You know, I love it. So shout out you guys. Appreciate that, Ronin TCG. Appreciate that. So World's Greatest Criminal Mind, less than $10, almost an $8, closer to a $7 rare in the set. Remember, Harem Flavor Sham, guys. This card is a starter deck card. This card comes in the starter decks, you know, and if you buy a starter deck at MSRP, you can get rid of this card for $9. Wow. Pretty wild. Ronin TCG, again, shout out you guys. This is the competitive market price for Hiram Flavor Sham, aka Flavor Flav. Check this out, guys. A rare from the starter deck, no longer $2, no longer $3. I can't believe that this was happening in the last 5 days. Check this out. Flavor Sham being one of the best cards in the set, lets you draw cards infinitely if you have items to place because you just got a quest or play another Flavor Sham. And can you believe that in just a measly 4 days, look at all these sales. He's gone from a $2, $3 rare. Look at this. On the 20th, $3.99, $1.99, $2.99, 75 cents for a light plate. How do you have a light plate version? It's only been like 5 days since the set came out, brother. How do you have a light plate Flavor Sham? And how are you gonna list it for 75 cents? That's a come up. Oh my goodness. The foils were $6.99. Look at that. Near mint, $1, $1.50. Today they are gonna be at least $9.65, lowest verified. And if we look at the foils, there's only 4 foils listed. We have, oh wow, lowest foil Flavor Sham listed is $30. It's gonna be by Crystal. Cool. Vegas Singles has one for $29.98, and if you want to spend $1,000 for no reason, you can get it from these guys who have a $1,000 foil Flavor Sham listed for whatever reason. That's very interesting. But yeah, foil Flavor Shams are now a $30 foil and a $9 rare, close to $10 rares, guys. This card comes in the starter deck. Once again, just want to say, maybe wait till December 1st and see what the prices look like before you start ordering stuff that might take 2 weeks to get to your house. I'm just saying. But if you need to play tournaments by this weekend, support your LGS, support your local Lorcana Goons, support anybody that vends cards, or just do some good trades for them, man. Trade with your homies, go to locals, trade for the cards you need, and play them in your deck. Cinderella Ballroom Sensation, a $20 rare. You know what? As low as 21 actually. Prophecy Gaming Co. They got 12 of them. $21 listed. That's always really good to see, in my opinion. Check that out. So, Prophecy Gaming Co. always hooking people up with the multiple listings of cards. Cinderella Ballroom Sensation, amazing card to open up turn 1 in an Amber deck because it lets you use cards like Strength of a Raging Fire and Let the Storm Rage on turn 1 and 2. On turn 2 and 3 without even having to pay ink. So this card extremely good. Lets you use other cards and other songs and other decks a lot earlier. So wow, can't believe that this is a $20+ rare in the set. Pete, bad guy, a little bit more on the lighter side, but he's been going up in price a little bit. He was less than $3 for sure. He was selling for around that $2 mark on Monday, and today we can find the lowest verified listing for $3.99. No, that's not it. Lowest verified listing is going to be, yeah, there you go, $3.99 with $1 shipping by Lorcana Card Store. Pretty cool. And then we have some unverifieds that are selling it for $3.30 for $1. So it's about a $3 to $4 rare now. You know, he's going up a little bit. We're seeing him get some play in a lot of Emerald decks. Noi, Orphan Thief, Baby Noi. I love this movie. This the Raya Last Dragon. This movie got me laughing, and cool to see Baby Noi going up to as high as a $4 rare from the set, right? Yeah, $4 rare. We have the lowest verified seller right here with $3.77 with $1 shipping, and then we have some other sellers that have it for $3.99, so very close to a $4 rare. So keep an eye out for Noi if you have it for trade. Make sure you're getting some value out of that one. We have Strength of a Raging Fire, awesome song, awesome card. Lowest verified seller Ronin TCG with 3 of them, $6.42. So $6.42 is about what you're expected to pay online for Strength of a Raging Fire. The market price being about $6. You know, very good rare, very popular. I only pulled a couple for my packs too, so really hard to find. Some chapter 1 rares that are going back up in price are staples like Be Prepared. This was a little bit closer to that $5 range, and now the near mints are going to be closer to $7 to $8. So Be Prepared staples always going to be good in the format. We have some uncommons from Rise of the Floodborn that are more than $1. Check this out, Nick Wilde. There's only a couple listings for Nick Wilde as well. There's 27 normal listings and only 3 cold foil listings. So if you look at the cold foils, Nick Wilde is a $20 cold foil, and he's going to be a $3 uncommon. So pretty cool to see. We have Chicken Trader. He has 13 of them ready for you. He's not verified, but I'm gonna shout him out because that's a good deal. $2.99 plus $1 shipping, and everyone else $3.20, $3.25. We also have Ronin. Oh no, we have Rare Fine TCGs. They're the lowest verified, $2.98 and 99-cent shipping. So yeah, man, Nick Wilde is going to be the uncommon of the set that is going to be worth $3. He's basically the Flynn Rider. He's the Cheshire Cat. Daisy Duck is another uncommon though. That's pretty cool to look out for because they're more than $1. These are about $2. So lowest verified seller we're going to have is going to be $1.49 with $1 shipping by Round 1 Drop Gaming. I love that name, Round 1 Drop. I feel it. Happens to me sometimes. Happens to the best of us, guys. Sometimes you just got to draw Round 1 because maybe you didn't draw and see your Daisy Duck in time. Maybe you didn't draw your Prince John or your Let the Storm Rage On. Ooh, that rhymes. So Let the Storm Rage On is a common that I want to mention because this comes in the starter deck, but it is going to be $1 for sure every time, at least $1 when you're trading it, when you're selling it. We have some lowest verified sellers who have for 70 cents plus $1 shipping, and if you just keep scrolling, they're all 99 cents, 99 cents, and you know, in my opinion, this is a dollar common, $1 common every time. You know, if you're gonna trade it, you're gonna get rid of it. Make sure you value that card, right? I do want to go over some quick stuff on 130 point. Check out how low some of these gift sets are selling on eBay bids. 77 USD with only 8 bids and $100 flat yesterday on eBay. So make sure you're not paying more than $100 on these gift sets, guys. The proof is right here. A lot of people are selling them for less than $100. There were so many at Disneyland. We also have some more Enchanted sales that have been going down, like some numbers with the Alice. So I do like using 130 point to compare sales with TCG Player on the Enchanted rares. Check this out. Somebody sold a Pete Enchanted for 129. And it looks pretty consistent with TCG Player right now though. The Alice is going for closer to 300, and the Hercules going for around 120 pounds. So pretty cool. And then we even have a sale for the D23 promos over the week. There was a sale for the PSA 10 Captain Hook D23 promo at $2,000. I'm not sure what the most recent comp was before that, but that's pretty low in my opinion for a PSA 10, right? So pretty awesome to see. I do believe I mentioned maybe this November 17th one of Maleficent Dragon, but if I didn't, check that out. PSA 10 Maleficent Dragon sold for $3,125 on November 17th. Always really cool to see. Do your research on D23 cards because they're really awesome. If you didn't know, the text on this Maleficent Dragon is different than the text on the Maleficent dragon that we can play in real life. So yeah, it has its own little errata. These are the only first edition Lorcana cards, so I love checking these out. Oh, we've got to mention them. And that is all we have for today's Lorcana Goons Market Watch. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Lorcana Goons if you want to keep up with all the Lorcana news, card prices. We do be posting random updates throughout the week because obviously these things happen on a day-to-day basis, hourly basis. So even if you're doing trades and you've seen these videos, pull out your phone, check TCG Player, make sure you're getting the value. You know, this is not financial advice, but we just want to get some smart shopping going. But yeah, we appreciate it. We will see you goons next time. Remember to stay tuned for Lorcana Goons.